In this video, we are going to learn SOP1 from category Advanced Web Designing. We are going to use SPCK application for this. Using this application, you need to create new project. You have to click on plus icon, select new project option. From the project templates, select HTML. Now here you need to give project name. I am giving it as SOP1 and click on create. By default, you will get three files: index.html, main.js and style.css. Let's read the question once. The first statement I am reading: create a website using HTML5 and CSS using any 4 CSS properties. Write a code for 2 separate pages having different file names, such as first page as index.html and second page as page2.html as form.html. So we need to create 2 web pages. First one we already have with the name index.html. One more we need to add. So I'm clicking on plus icon. I'm selecting new file. Name I'm giving, as it is mentioned in the question, form.html. Click on OK. So index.html and form.html, 2 web pages, 2 HTML files are added to this project. First, we will concentrate on index.html. This is default code which we get. I am reading next statement from the question. Use any theme such as college profile or company profile. So we are going to implement this SOP1 with college profile. Every page must contain proper meta information and design web page as follows. As you can see, by default, meta tag is added to this index.html. We just need to change the values. First meta, you can see here it is written meta char set is equal to UTF-8. This is character encoding. This will remain same for our project. This we are going to remove, as we are going to implement only 2 meta tags. So I am removing these 2. I am adding one meta tag with attribute name, value as author. Here in content attribute, I am providing value as SOP1. Meta is standalone tag, so we have to use only start meta tag. So we have added 2 meta tags here. Let's proceed with the next statement in the question. I am removing this default code. Even inside the body tag, code which is displayed, I am removing. Title by default HTML is given. I will change it to SOP1. Now the next statement is the index page must contain a heading which is highest among other text on pages and must be at center of the page. It is given that it should contain heading which is highest. So among the heading tags which are available, H1 is having the largest font size. So we are going to implement H1 tag here to give heading of the web page. H1 is container tag, so we have to include start and end H1 tag. Inside start and end H1 tag, you need to mention college name as we have selected college profile theme for this practical. I'm just writing here college name. Here you can mention your college name. One more condition is given that it must be at center of the page. So we can align this heading at the center position with the help of CSS. As in the beginning itself, it is mentioned we have to use 4 CSS property. So we are going to use one of the CSS property for this, H1. Inside H1 tag, I'm writing style attribute as I'm going to implement inline CSS. CSS property which is required to align the text is text dash align colon value. I'm writing it as CENTER and not CENTRE. In HTML, you always have to use CENTER. So this is how we have implemented highest heading, that is heading H1 which is having largest font size, and alignment we have given as a center. Let's check the output by clicking on green triangular arrow. So till now we have got a correct output for the heading. Let's proceed with the next statement. There must be a paragraph which introduces general information about the theme. So the next tag which we need to implement is P, which is used to implement, or we can say which is used to insert paragraph in the web page. It is container tag. So we have to include start and end paragraph tag. Inside start and end paragraph tag, you just have to add short introduction of your college, or you can just add college profile over here with the help of start and end P tag. The next statement is must have at least 3 physical tags, physical style tags, and 1 image with alternate text. Now along with this P, we also have to include 3 physical tags. So let's add 3 more tags, physical tags we need to add. So I'm writing here first physical tag as B, which is used to display text in a bold format. With the B, you can write address. On the next line, next physical tag we will implement. So I'm just adding BR tag over here. Next physical tag I'm using as italics. With the help of italics tag, you can display contact number. Third physical tag which we can use is U, which stands for underline. Inside start and end U tag, you can just mention one line, image of and your college name. So I'm just writing here college. Next instruction is we also have to add one image with alternate text. So let's add img tag, which is used to insert image in the web page. It is standalone tag, so we just need to add start image tag. We have to provide source of the image, so I'm writing src attribute. We need to provide alternate text, so we need to implement alt attribute, which stands for alternative text for this image, is equal to, here you can mention college name. Source, here we need to mention. First, let's add one image to this project. For that, you have to click on this options, click on plus, click on import files. From images, I'm selecting vivek.jpg. You can see here vivek.jpg is added to my project. So here same name you have to mention. Vivek.jpg. Now the next is, we have to also implement CSS properties. Minimum 4 CSS properties we have to use. So let's continue with the inline CSS only. For p tag, to implement inline CSS, I'm using style attribute is equal to, in double quotes, I'm implementing here color property. Color colon, I'm assigning here value as red. So this is second CSS property which we have implemented. First, text align we implemented for h1. For p, we have implemented color colon red. Now for the next tag, that is for b, again I'm going to implement inline CSS. So I'm adding style attribute, assigning value as color we have done. So let's use the next one, font dash size colon, I'm assigning here value as 15 pixels. So 3 properties till we have used. Now the next property for I'm going to use again inline CSS. So style attribute is must. In double quotes, we need to mention value. Here I'm using background dash color property colon, I'm assigning value as sky blue. So total 4 CSS properties, as it is mentioned in the question, we have implemented for index.html. Let's check the output for this. You can observe here, short introduction of college is with red color, address is with bold style, contact number, as we have mentioned, background color sky blue is displayed, image of college is with underline, and one image is displayed. Now we can do one thing, we can get all this text and image at the center position just by using center tag. We can wrap all the contents inside start and end center tag. And to get this image of text, image of college text on the next line, we can implement br tag here. Plus after image of college, we can implement br so that image will be displayed on the next line. Let's make some important changes. Here after contact number, I am using br tag, and here this p, b, I and u tags I am wrapping inside start and end center tag. So after underline, Here also I am adding BR. Let's check the output. Now it's perfect. You can observe the screen. College name, short introduction of college, address, contact number, image of college, and image is displayed as it is mentioned in the question. Let's proceed with the coding of second web page, that is form.html. From options, click on form.html. By default, meta tag is added to this code. We are going to remove second meta. Instead of this, we are going to use meta with name attribute and value as author, and content attribute we are going to provide value as SOP1. It is standalone tag, so we just need to include start meta tag. Let's read the question. Second point which is mentioned, the second page must contain the feedback or enrollment form related with theme with features of HTML5. The form must contain text element and email address of the company or person. Include submit button. So let's implement. Title I am giving here as feedback form. It is mentioned that we have to include form in this web page, so we need to include start and end form tag as it is container tag. It is mentioned that it must contain text element, so we will accept, as it is feedback form, we will accept name of the user. First I am writing here with the help of H1. I am using inline CSS just to align this H1 at the center position. Text dash align colon center. Feedback form. This is just a heading. The next first tag which we need to implement is input type is equal to text, and the text which it should display before this text box I'm writing here full name. Let's check the output for this. Yes, it's correct. We have got feedback form as heading. On left hand side, first field is text field with label full name. Let's add the next one. We also have to accept email address of the user. So I'm writing here email ID colon. We need to accept email from the user, so we have to include input tag with type attribute and value as email, and then close this tag. Use closing angular bracket. I want this full name should be displayed on the one line, and on the next line email ID field should be displayed. So here I am adding one BR tag. You can add one or two BR as per your requirement. I am adding two BR tags. Let's check the output. Yes, it's correct. On the first line text field is added. On the next line one field is added to accept email ID. On the next line we need to add submit button as it is mentioned in the question. Again I am adding 2 BR tag. Here one submit button it should display. So I am writing here input type is equal to submit, text which it should display, it's submit only, so I'm not writing value tag separately, I'm just using closing angular bracket. Let's check the output. Now it's perfect. Feedback form with full name, email ID. Additionally, though it is not mentioned in the question, we can add one more tag over here as it is feedback form. So let's provide some space for the user to write feedback. So I'm writing here feedback text to display, and after that I'm using text area tag which is container tag. I'm providing here number of rows for text area. I'm writing here 10. So text area will be displayed with by default 10 rows, and calls which is used to define number of characters per line. So I'm writing here calls is equal to 25. So it will display one text area with 10 rows by default, and per line it will allow 25 characters. After text area I'm writing BR tag twice. Let's check the output. See, now the form is perfect. Full name, one text field, email ID, feedback area for that to write feedback, and submit button. Now both the pages are ready with coding, form.html and index.html. It is mentioned that these pages should be connected to each other. So we need to provide link for it. As we are working with form.html, let's add link so that after clicking on that, this page will get connected to the index.html. Whenever you wish to add links in the web pages, you need to implement anchor tag. Tag is A for that, A, and with the help of href attribute, you can mention name of the page which you need to connect, which you wish to connect. Here I wish to connect index.html, so I'm mentioning index.html. It is container tag. Inside start and end A tag, you need to wrap text, that is clickable text which you wish to display. So I am writing here as home, which is default page. Let's check the output whether it is redirecting me to the home page or not. So I am clicking on green triangular arrow. You can observe here at the bottom I am getting one link as home. I am clicking on this. Yes, it is redirecting me to the home page, that is index.html. Now in this page also we need to add one link which will redirect us to the feedback form. So let's add code for it. We have to first switch to index.html, and here I am adding one tag, that is anchor tag with attribute href is equal to, I wish to redirect to the form.html, so I am writing here form.html. Display text writing here as feedback, Let's check the output by clicking on green triangular arrow. I'm getting link, but it is on the same line. I will just add one BR tag over here after image tag. Now it's perfect. Here you can see just below the image I am getting one link. Let's check the output by clicking on that link. Yes, it is redirecting me to the feedback.html. Here if I'll click on home, it will redirect me to home page, that is index.html. And this is how we have done with the implementation of SOP1. See, the code is lengthy, but it's very easy to remember. Just follow the procedure. Always add basic code. Then if it is mentioned to add CSS or more physical tags or anything, so step by step start implementing the attributes or CSS, then you will find this very easy to implement. Read the question, add the tags. Read the question, add attributes. Accordingly, step by step, just check the output. So if any changes are required, you can make the changes immediately. It's very easy to implement HTML tags. So always understand and remember.